Good morning, grave diggers. It's Mr. Hargrave. I started working with Combat Zone Wrestling, as many of you may know. And that journey has led me here. I followed the principle of don't ask for permission, beg for forgiveness. When I walked into Combat Zone Wrestling for the first time, and I was invited by the lovely Scott Holiday. Saw one of my videos or many of my videos online, and he said, "Hey, this guy seems talented. Let's invite him to a show." And he did, and he probably regrets it ever since. Because when I went to the show, there was other people there doing things, filming things, and I got in line and I filmed some things, and I filmed some blog type content. And I knew though that while I was filming it, I'm doing this like kind of, vlog kind of thing. I'm like, this isn't going to sell on my channel. This isn't going to sell on YouTube. This isn't going to sell on anyone's channel. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to be the thing that I want it to be. This is going to be a one-time thing. I'm going to do this, and then I'm never going to do it again. And I'm going to regret that. I'm going to regret that heavily. And I started to panic. And I told my producer, I'm like, we have to do something different. We can't just do this. This isn't going to work. We're going to do this. I'm going to put it on my channel. It's going to get very low views. And then that's going to be it, So I said, we have to get whatever we're shooting, whatever we're doing here, the goal has to be to get this. And I said this at the place. I said, the goal has to be to get this on their website. We have to be on their website. If we don't get our footage on their website, what are we doing? What's the point of this? And that's when we filmed Griffin McCoy do his promo, covered in blood. One of the craziest thing I had done till date. I've done plenty of crazier things since then. Now it's tame in comparison. And now it's routine. And we got on the Combat Zone Wrestling YouTube, and it progressed from there. You can see every video that we, have put on the site since. Now putting content on the Combat Zone YouTube is a routine thing.
In 1/2 mile, take the exit.
And we've produced all kinds of content for Combat Zone Wrestling, right? We do post shows now. Shooting interviews after matches is routine. And now it's pushing the envelope. It's doing more and more and more. It's led to the Chronicles series, which is great, where we do elongated interviews with wrestlers, which is something that, I had set out to do years ago. So what am I doing today? What is this video? Why is this worth making? Well, today I am up far too early to really experience the life of, I guess, a professional wrestler, a deathmatch wrestler. I found myself kind of immersed in deathmatch wrestling. Something I never thought I would do. I never thought that I would
continue on I-95.
be deeply immersed in deathmatch wrestling. If you had told me that, I would have said that sounds possible, but not likely. Why would I do that? Well, it's the door that's opened for me. The door is opened and I am walking in. And I don't know if I'm welcome, but everyone's been really nice so far, at least to my face. I've met some wonderful people. And I'm going to go hang out with them now. Now, doing that entails driving 2 hours south, down South Jersey, to meet up with Jimmy Controversy. And Jimmy Controversy is going to drive me to a unlisted deathmatch show for a different wrestling company that I've never walked into before. X-Brand Wrestling in New Jersey. There's so many wrestling federations in New Jersey. It's crazy. There's actually multiple deathmatch wrestling companies in New Jersey. I've learned so much in such a short amount of time. Because it's kind of like when you go to a foreign country and you just immerse yourself in the language and then you just start speaking it. That's pretty much me and independent wrestling. I pretty much just jumped in feet first and now I'm speaking the language as much as I can, you know? I know most independent wrestlers are friends with me at this point on social media. You know, I talk to like 6 wrestlers every day. That is my life now. And it's great. It's wonderful. Wrestlers are wonderful people, but they're extremely dedicated people. It's crazy how much disrespect the independent wrestler gets because they might be some of the hardest working people on the planet. Your job is nothing like this. Most people would never do this. Most people would never, do the things that they do just for a shot at failure, just for a chance to fail, right? That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy that they will go to the lengths that they go to just to try, just to get a glimpse at success and most likely fail. Most of them will not get millions of dollars for the WWE. A lot of them don't even want that. Some of them, don't even want to be in, TNA or AEW. They just want to do what they do. And some of them don't even get to do that. It's a very tough industry. It's a very tough field to get into. And I find myself in that world. I wonder if I really ever, when I was a kid, I thought, I could be a professional wrestler, when I grow up. I wonder if I really could have done it. I don't know. I'm getting a taste of that today as I drive, early in the morning down to go to, why is the show happening at 2:00 in the day? I mean, this is why wrestling happens at night, because everyone has to travel to get wherever they're going. Nobody lives where the wrestling happens. If you happen to live where the wrestling is happening, you're a very lucky person that day, because most people are traveling, across the country sometimes, across the globe sometimes. We've had people from Belgium at our shows. We've had people from all over, and they've had people from all over the world in the history of the company at their shows. This is routine. This is absolutely routine and normal for professional wrestling to be traveling great lengths, driving in a car 18 hours to get out, get slammed around in the ring, get glass shoved into your body or tables. Who knows what's going to happen to you? And then jump back in your car and drive another 10 hours to another show before you drive 30 hours back home. That's how crazy it's absolutely crazy. And there's no way to understand how crazy it is until you're doing it, until you're actually in the car and you're actually driving to meet up with Jimmy Controversy, to go to some unlisted deathmatch show in New Jersey. You just don't know how crazy that, you can hear it and you go, that sounds pretty crazy, but you don't know how crazy it is until you actually are in those shoes, until you're actually in a car full of wrestlers and you're headed down to one of these shows. You just don't know. So that's why I'm doing it. Plus I need to shoot a bunch of videos with all my deathmatch friends, right? I got to shoot a video with Jimmy Controversy. I got to shoot a video with Mickey Knuckles. And I got to shoot a video with Nick fucking Gage, which is crazy to me because Nick Gage is a guy that scared the shit out of me like just a few years ago. Like 2 years ago, before I ever saw him talk like a normal person. I was scared, like me and everybody else on the planet was scared shitless of Nick Gage. He's the New Jersey Devil. He's the fucking New Jersey Devil, right? Like, he's a scary individual who does terrifying things in a wrestling ring with pizza cutters and glass. But Nick Gage now is someone I know. Someone I'm trying to do a lot of stuff with. And Nick Gage is not easy to film with. Nick Gage is like a phantom, okay? He's not an easy guy to get a hold of. He does what he does, when he does it, for where he does it. No one knows where he pops up. And that's kind of the magic of Nick Gage, and I don't even want to change it. Like, that's why he is what he is. You don't know where Nick Gage is coming from. And when he shows up, it's an event. So yeah, I'm off to go do all that. And this video is going to document it because this is some crazy shit. All right, we are here where Jimmy's at. It's like somewhere in South New Jersey. It's like a wrestling school, is what I hear. And let's see if he'll come to the door. All right, Jimmy Controversy. Jimmy Controversy. Hey, it's good to see you, man. Excellent.
What's going on, man?
I brought my following here with me.
It is
on camera to see how you're living.
9:30 a.m. and this is the this is Impact Central Dojo.
All right, awesome. This is how wrestlers live.
Owned by ECW original Jason Knight.
All right, that's awesome.
And check this out. Yeah, this is like a second house to me. Look, you got the kitchen, and we got food here, cooking supplies and stuff. We got the gym. I don't know if you can see the gym. I gotta turn.
We're doing. It's like MTV Cribs, but
yes,
with Jimmy Controversy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Well, it's like
I'll play some hip music while this is going on. I'm sure.
Check this out. Got the gym.
That's great.
Right here. So,
how many times a week do you work out?
We do classes Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays.
Okay, so that's wrestling training. How about working on your guns?
Working on the guns, I go to the gym usually twice a day.
Oh my God.
I'll lift in the morning and then I'll do cardio at night when my glycogen levels are down. That was something I was
see that wrestlers
I've been
are
doing
smart.
that since I was like 21. This is where I sleep.
This is you are really living the lifestyle, Jim.
Right here.
You just bumped to bed.
I just bumped on the bed. Yeah. So
shows, bed,
we do
everything.
Assault Championship Wrestling, you see it right there. That was Jason Knight's promotion, and it came back this year. He's ran shows like here and there, but now he's like fully back running TV tapings here. Direct hit. We got a show, an event October 4th at the Pfeiffer, which is like 20 minutes from here. So it's got FMW Chainsaw Tony Myers.
Okay, that's
on
awesome.
It. And yeah.
I know you're a big FMW fan. We were talking about that before.
Yes, 100%.
I do a lot of voiceover stuff on the Grapple Vision channel.
Amazing.
A lot of FMW.
Yes,
videos.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I've seen that. This is where, and then the name of this place is called the Impact Central Dojo.
All right.
Where we got, we're getting students now, we're starting to pick up steam. I'm the assistant trainer here. I usually run the classes on Fridays. So Friday's usually my day to run the classes, work with the guys, here everybody learns at their own pace. we do push everyone, you know, and those who work hard here, get we throw them a bone. Those who work hard and put the work in, get thrown the bone and stuff. And I feel like training, training people is like my way of giving back.
Right.
I've been around here since I've been wrestling for like 11 years now, and I don't consider myself the best of the best, but I consider myself, somebody who's been doing this for a long time now, and there's always a right way to go about things and the wrong way to go about things, and I see all these schools now that charge like a ridiculous amount, and they'll train you on things that you really don't don't need to know, but it's good to know, but if you don't know the actual wrestling, then then why are you in the wrestling business? So here we teach wrestling, we teach the basics, we teach everything here, but the focus here is the wrestling.
I want to make sure everyone knows, Jimmy, you don't actually, you have a house.
Yeah.
You don't live at your dojo.
I live at the same house I've been living since I was a kid.
So, but
times are tough.
But that becomes a necessity because of all the travel that you do.
This is my home away from. It is now become my home away from home.
Because I was telling you are one of the hardest working wrestlers that I've met since I've done this. Like you and a couple other guys who are just on the road constantly, 4 shows a weekend. I mean, you do stuff during the week too, right?
I do stuff during the week.
You're never off.
Like, train, run the classes and stuff.
Yeah. And this is not near your home.
This ain't near my home. My home's 2 hours away.
2 hours away.
Still in Jersey, but my home's 2 hours away.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to explain to normal people, they think they can comprehend this, but you really can't comprehend it until you do it. Like, no one does a 2-hour commute for like little pay and like a chance at failure, right?
We're doing it.
Yeah, right? We're doing it. But like, this is not a regular thing to do. What led you to do this? You say your mother has known wrestlers since you were young.
So I've been. My grandfather worked with a promoter by the name of Dennis Carluzzo way back in the day.
Wow. So you've been around this your whole life.
So I've been around this my whole life. He worked with guys like he's known guys like King Kong Bundy, John Coronis from ECW, one half of the Eliminators. Matt Bourne, he knew Matt Bourne, the original Doink, real well.
Okay, yeah.
So my grandfather worked as like a talent agent for Dennis Carluzzo. Was a good, was like one of his right hand guys. Carluzzo passed away. He ran NWA New Jersey. He passed away in 2001 at a kind of young age, and he's been on and off ever since, but then retired in 2012. Left the business in 2012.
So what we're doing today is a pretty big event for XPW.
X Brand Wrestling, the Wicked 13.
This is huge. This is like their first big tournament.
Yes, and I just found out it's the Battle of the Jimmies today. It's myself and Jimmy Lloyd. I think there's going to be a third guy in it. I'm not sure. Hardcore. Reason why I'm saying I'm not sure if Hardcore's going to be in it because he hurt both his legs. He broke both his legs in Canada. The
card is very subject to change when it comes to indie wrestling.
When it comes to deathmatch wrestling.
And when it comes to deathmatch wrestling, even more so. So, all right, wrestling your whole life, why deathmatch wrestling?
So,
like, it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Well, so...
Or is it not crazy?
The first... So, it's crazy in a good way.
Okay.
In a good way because... it's going out there and telling a story with your body.
Yeah.
With turning, you know, pain into poetry and,
Tell me if I'm wrong,
you know,
but it's kind of the found family
blood
too, isn't
into
it?
theatrics. It is a family.
It's a found family.
The deathmatch scene is deathmatch scene is like a family to me.
There's a lot of love.
The deathmatch scene is a brotherhood and sisterhood to me.
Yeah. That's what I see.
It's my favorite kind of wrestling. It's always been because I grew up mainly watching old school CZW.
Yeah.
Went to a couple tournament deaths at a really young age.
Wow. Probably too young, right?
Pretty much. Went to a CZW event when they were still running the ECW arena.
Okay, yeah.
In Philly back then, and
2300.
Then I fell in love with the whole idea of like wrestling to the next level. It was beyond extreme, and then later ultra violence. And you know, I'm a guy that, you know, needs an outlet to, you know, let stuff out, you know, take shit out. So like I just needed something, you know, where there's no limits. I just needed something where I could get in there and, you know, go to war.
Somewhere in a backyard somewhere, and this is what it looks like, guys. This is, I mean, it's actually a lot more pleasant and, you know, mundane than I actually thought it would be, other than like all the weapons that are just hanging out here. Speaking of weapons, I think I see a friend over here. I'm running into people all over the place. Like, we all kind of run in the same circles, it seems. Like, if you start hanging out around the deathmatch crowd, you're gonna see this guy, Connor. This is for my own blog, it's not for CZW, so you can say whatever you want. You want to talk shit about DJ Hyde, it's absolutely fine.
Nah, I don't wanna.
You like DJ Hyde, though.
I do know, he's alright, I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
it's fine.
Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah, and then we got Controversy Jimmy right over here with a whole roll of firecrackers. Whoa, my goodness.
Because I could use those. Put those on.
Yeah, we're setting up tubes right now, making them all nice and shiny. Got a nice little 4 bundles right here. We're gonna tape it all together. Electric tape is your best friend.
You're a bit of a weapons master, Connor.
I would say Chris is more of a weapon master. I'm more of
Kevin knows
refinery. You know, I help out, make it look a lot more nice and professional looking because it's all about the visuals.
You gotta make it look professional in your backyard deathmatch wrestling show. Or don't. Jesus.
Yeah, imagine if I did.
Look, I'm trying to get into the culture. I'm not trying to get that into the culture. Okay?
You don't want to take it. I mean, some people take tubes. Some of the fans take tubes, and that's cool for them. We're not. I don't want to take tubes.
I don't want to take a tube.
I know, but you're gonna see that towards the end of the show.
I'll take a tube at CZW and for 100,000 people on stream. I'll do that.
You'll do that?
Sure.
Oh, who would have to do it though? Who would let you take that tube shot?
I mean, it'd have to be someone that I talk shit about. So
Aaron Ash?
No, Judge Joe. Judge Joe would get me.
Joe?
Yeah, I say way too much crooked shit about Judge Joe when he's not around. Not when he's around, I don't say it, but here I am right now. I put his name in my mouth.
But when he's around,
I
boy.
I shouldn't say shit. Yeah, I don't should have said that.
Nah, you don't want.
I don't want to fuck with that.
Because they might actually,
He'll see this. He watches everything.
DJ?
No, Judge Joe.
Oh, Judge Joe. Oh, Judge Joe's following you.
I've come up and I've said stuff to Joe.
No, you know what? He's trying to make sure his lawyer is watching you. So yeah. Shit.
If not Joe,
Judge
Steven,
whatever his name is.
Look, he's a fine lesbian.
I guess, if you're into dykes.
What the fuck you guys talking about?
Talking about
Stephen Jury.
Oh yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Stephen Jury. I know you're watching this.
I know you are. And you know what? My name is Connor Cashman, and you could sue me in New Jersey. All right, come over.
I don't think you want that heat, but now you got it.
All right. Well, he's always talking shit to me at shows, so fuck him.
Absolutely.
He's all right.
Jimmy!
Jimmy sucks! Jimmy!
Let's go, Jimmy!
Jimmy sucks!
Let's go, Jimmy!
Jimmy sucks! Come on, Jimmy! Come on! Come on, Jimmy!
And we're back. I'm back in the car. I'm gonna drive home now. I had a great fucking day. It was a crazy fucking day. And we filmed videos with Mickey Knuckles and Jimmy Controversy, of course. You already saw him. And Eric Ryan. If you don't know who Eric Ryan is, go check out the CZW channel. I got stuff with all these people on him. And Nick fucking Gage. I went and shot a couple of promos, 3 of them, with a Deathmatch wrestling legend Nick fucking Gage. And you know, you're doing shit like that, it's worth it. It's worth the crazy shit that you do to be in the wrestling industry. It's absolutely nuts. It's rewarding as fuck because all the people are really fucking nice. To that point, I'm just plugging my fucking GPS in. Oh shit. You know what? I shouldn't try to do things and film things at the same time. Okay, I got my shit together. All right, to that point, I'm sitting here at Jimmy's school, and a guy who runs the place, God, I wish I could remember names for more than 2 seconds. It takes me so much. I'm so sorry, sir. You were a wonderful gentleman. Insisted that I walk out with a platter of sandwiches. So I have a platter of sandwiches now from Jimmy's school. Thank you so much. It's amazing that the nicest people I've ever met in my life are professional wrestlers. The deathmatch wrestlers, even doubly so. There's wonderful fucking people, and it's found family, guys. Jimmy said it earlier in the video. The reason why people do all this shit is because they become your family. So if you're ever wondering, like, why you hear those stories, you know, I drove fucking 16 hours up this way and that way with this guy in the car with me. It's because they're like brothers now. And a lot of us, maybe our family ain't so great, and then we adopt our wrestling family. And that's certainly the case for me. My family's nothing to write home about. Look, not my in-laws. My in-laws are fucking amazing. But like, you know, I gotta cut all this out. Fuck this video. I'm just gonna... Nah, it's never seeing the light of day, guys. I'm rambling. I'm tired. I'm not going to get home until after midnight. But I had a great fucking day. I'm glad I could share it with you. I hope you liked the video. Make sure you like and comment and subscribe down the bottom. You know, and grave diggers, keep digging.